Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Clan Angrund playthrough as Belegar Ironhammer, where we are just about to start an attack on Grimhold. Then we're going to split out one of our guys to go off on an assassination mission against the Crooked Moon mutinous gits. Anyway, let us fight this battle. So I don't think there are walls here, so this is going to be open. These guys are actually harder to fight than I thought. These stalkers, they're a little tougher than I expected, so maybe I should have been using them more in my other game. That said, I'm not particularly worried about fighting them. As usual, we're going to pepper my guys throughout my army, just to add that little bit of support there for my troops. And then we're going to get our range set up in a nice, simple line behind with my grudge thrower and him there. And my grudge thrower will pull these guys into combat with us. Hopefully. Some nice hits straight out. These guys have already taken a loss to me, so what are they doing? We're just going to move forwards and re-angle a little bit. My grudge thrower, however, is not going to move. You're just going to keep hitting some of their units. He's not the most veteran of grudge throwers, so he does need to improve his skill a little bit. So these guys are armor piercing, so they're probably going to be better against the trolls. Not that much here's got armor. Thing I do want to be aware of is I do have some nasty stalkers in here somewhere, so I want to be aware of them because they can sneak around my flanks quite easily. Oh, if I can get a nice hit in here. See, the issue is my grudge thrower is not the most accurate thing. I miss. This is one of the things I do love about the Gobbo, about playing Greenskins, is Doom Divers are just spectacular in artillery. I think the only real better artillery is the Doom Hell Cannons, because for obvious reasons Hell Cannons are quite tough.
For the ancestor gods, the next kill is ours.
Let's keep this on. I'm just going to put this guy on auto rather than choosing where he shoots at the moment.
It is a reckoning.
Let's focus on them. Right, let's get you guys turning this way to focus kill them.
Understood, Lord. Move now. Warriors. Move now.
You can move across a little bit. They're not going to last long against them, especially if I put the Thane, get the Thane involved. You guys can turn back this way, and we can buff everyone around me up. Let's turn you guys in sideways so they're not going to get past us easily. Okay, we've broken that line. Let's get you back up with Mr. Thane.
The clans unite.
You can turn and face this way now. Mr. Thane can get involved. That was expected. So two of you guys can focus on them.
Dwarf warriors. Coming. They have wronged us. And vengeance.
You can pop a debuff on them. Buff up everybody around and charge in. You guys can keep hitting them. Okay, I'm happy with this, because we're doing a lot of damage. You guys can charge in there. These guys are taking more damage than I'd like. I need my Thane down here, actually. I want more support from my archers on that side.
Understood. Shoot the wizards. Anu. Shoot the wizards.
Belegar can turn back to their lord. You can also keep shooting their lord. They are suffering. Right, we're cracking that side. Ranged, you can always get back onto this side now. You guys can try and pull out. Let's turn off skirmish. I don't need that on at the moment. Get everybody on these skulkers. You can charge into melee. I need you in melee now. You can also charge in. Whoa, where are you guys going other than away? You guys can just push down the middle. Ranged can go on them. Let's keep the pressure on. Where is Belegar? You can give yourself a little speed buff and go after their lord. I'm about to lose my hammerers, which is annoying because they are a higher level infantry unit. Unless I'm very careful, I'm about to lose them. We focus on there. Oh, we might have just managed to pull it back. The enemy lord is dead. Hopefully we've cracked them now. This is the issue with these guys. While they break a lot, they also come back a lot. And that's it. They are broken. So we might not have lost our hammerers there. I took a bit more damage there than I was expecting. But these are low-level dwarfs. So these nasty skulkers do a lot more damage than I was expecting, actually. So yeah. And these guys, they did have the reinforcements from the place. So there were substantially more gobos there to me. And I only lost 138. So there's me complaining. Let's occupy the Grimhold. Recapture one of my ancestral holds here. Okay, I am going to go down here to buff up my dwarfs. My dwarf warriors, because I just want to have that little bit extra and that little bit of extra damage. And toughness for them. So who assassinates? Thanes assassinate. So I might need to pull out a Thane. Only Thanes assassinate. The other guy's wound. And what I need to do is... Oh, I've got unlocked some Longbeards with great weapons, which is good, and the Dragonback Slayers. And we've killed one of their lords. Right, so what do I need to do for this one? I need to kill or wound. Carrying out a successful assassination attempt. So it needs to be an assassination attempt. So I'm going to have to pull out one of my Thanes. Let's up his assassinate chance.
I do this
and let's pull him out. He's going to start heading this way. Got enough money now, so which is going to be better? These guys are good and they are anti-large, but I don't have much anti-large. They are also unbreakable. This is good. What's the other damage this does? It discourages them as well. And it's obviously very, very veteran. It does, however, cost substantially more. As do these guys, as do these guys. These guys have a lot more armour. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to take the mining charges, actually, because they're quite useful for discouraging the enemy. And in fact, I'm going to do a little bit of merging, and we'll get a couple more while we can afford it. We'll grab you, and we'll grab all the Slayers in case they've got something large. And you, I'm going to get Deadly Onslaught for you. keep upping my range of my artillery. We'll get some better artillery for you soon as well, and we'll grab the Rune of Fury so we can get the negation one next. And then we're going to start pushing straight up towards Carrick Norn.
Welcome, oldest friends of the Empire.
Who calls?
And once again,
Greetings.
Tedia's going
We may
down
not be the
to
Empire,
try and pay you off
but our
again.
realm has riches and strength.
I will.
That's helping. Let's end turn. I do want to deal with my grudges, and that's why I'm concentrating, because that's causing me some issues with the other dwarf factions and with my public order. Obviously, Carrick 8 Peaks, I do need to get the move on to Carrick 8 Peaks, but right now I also need to deal with Skarsnik, and I can't afford 2 armies at the moment. As said, I'm getting to the point I might be able to afford building up a second army, which I can use more defensively, but if I can take out Skarsnik relatively quickly, I don't need to do that, and then we will start our campaign into the Badlands, and we'll just have to hope nobody goes to war with us around here. Though once I start expanding to the Badlands, I'm really not so fussed about losing the odd little place. The Greenskins are getting powerful. They're getting a chance to start confederating, and that is a big thing for them. So you just need to keep on the move. And we are going to bounce to here. Carrick Norn is relatively undefended, so that's good. I'm going to start building some walls there next turn.
Friends of the Empire, come.
Why can't I get a trade agreement with them? I definitely have a border. It's because I can't connect to their capital.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
So be it.
I know, I'm just trying to get these guys very friendly with me so that I don't have to worry about them. Okay. Let's go straight to that one because that's a nice little buff. But this is also good. See, all of these are good. This is the problem. However, I do want military ones as well, though I'm going to get the public order at the moment. Because public order is public order. And as I'm going up through my things, I'm actually going to start getting, as my grudges aren't settled, I'm going to start getting some public order issues. And there you go. That's what I was expecting to see. So Skarsnik is not actually in the mountains, he's down there. I don't want to take that territory because it is an Empire territory. I mean, I can take it, it's just going to be harder for me to hold at the moment. I'd prefer the Empire to recapture that, so we'll obviously give them the chance to. We'll be hitting Carrick Norn next turn. Obviously, if the Empire don't deal with them, we will go and deal with them. And there's some more crooked moons. So I might well need to turn around again, guys, because I don't have my wall there. We might be able to force a peace with the crooked moons, then turn around to deal with those guys.
No chance.
Will they even talk to me? No, they won't even talk to me, in which case...
I stand defiant. It shall be done. I will do as you ask.
Well, it makes it easier for us to do things.
Scum!
You need to pull back, and then I need to remember to build the wall.
You have my hammer. Onwards.
That is annoying. Right, we're going to knock one of these over in Grimhold. I do need the public order. I also need the money, though. How far are we off leveling up? Ages. I could use a wall here, basically. For the moment, I'm going to leave it. We're going to come back and deal with these guys. We can get my assassination off. I'm going to smash them. and then we'll turn around and deal with the Caragnorn again. This is what's annoying, is all their agents are hammering me here and stopping me doing things, which is what slowed me down. So they're blocking my army, which is really causing issues. I might need to actually break some lords off to try and kill them, kill or wound their guys, because that's really holding me. I'm a bit annoyed that the border princes are just letting them slide through my territory, actually. But no, I need to go and deal with them. I'm probably going to get another grudge to go and deal with them as well now. So we'll jump straight onto that. That is annoying.
Belegar Ironhammer. Journeying on. Ready.
But at least we're closer to try our assassination. And let's see what's our new one. And we've got 2 for the same, so actually that's not necessarily bad. And we need to recapture that settlement again in our Book of Grudges. That's not terrible.
Lunds air.
And once we're back in here, we'll rejig our army to have some standard units in it again. They've blocked me again. I need to break off some heroes to try and kill them then. So break off my other thing to try and kill them so we can actually start moving again. Though if I can jump over the mountains, I will lose them. I really hope the Empire is keeping the crooked moons, the normal crooked moons, quite busy. One thing I also don't want to... Oh! Now that is a worry. That's something I want to be aware of. Though as soon as I jump over the mountains, we should be safe. If they could... Carrick Izor, actually. Carrick Izor would break that army quite happily, so... Damn, the Dwarfs are confederating. This is something else I don't want to happen too much. Oh wow, Carrick Harin's... Something in the deeps. The miners would dig to the core of the world if they could. But this time they have tunneled too far. Bore too deep into the roots of the mountain, and something stirs. Something dreadful. So, something's down there and it's not nice.
True king of 8 peaks.
Right, this should keep us nice and safe for now.
Onward.
You can go and try. Ooh. Is that a mutinous git, or is that a straight crooked moon? I think that's a mutinous git. Let's try and assassinate him. Failure! Okay, let's head to buff up our guys then. So this is what we do. The extra money is far more useful at the moment. Enter. And that means my army is free to move again at proper speeds. And we can even sally forth some agents to try and get my assassination off before we do anything major here. And then retaking Karagangazar shouldn't be too difficult with should not be too difficult as... Oh, they are pulling back. I was going to say if their army stays out, but it's not. Oh my god, they've blocked my army. Somebody else has blocked my army. This army is not having a good time with it just now, is it, guys? It is time to attempt to absolutely murder that agent.
They will die by my axe. Not likely. Lord of the
And we've removed a grudge. Does that only remove one of the grudges, or does it actually remove both? It's only one of them, so we need to get... Oh, we need to do it against the normal crooked moons as well, so,
What orders?
let's drop these guys and get some non-really expensive units in here.
Arcane winds under control.
So actually I could have done it with any of them, which is useful to know. We're going to send some guys up to do the same for the crooked moons next turn. But I do need to start bringing my grudges in order. Oh wow, the Empire have taken the other end of the mountains up here, so I didn't necessarily want them to do that, but I'm not fussed. If the Empire wipe out these guys, wipe out the normal crooked moons, I'm more than happy for that, because if they are an enemy, it means I can focus on my actual task. So that's not a bad thing to be happening there. I would like to get Karak Norn, but if the Empire take it, the Empire take it. That's not the end of the world. Let's fold everybody back in. Other than you, Mr. Fane, you can go back off on assassination duty. So you are heading up this way to look for some crooked moon people to assassinate. Ooh, we've got a 50% chance to assassinate Skarsnik. That sounds like a very good idea to me.
Our ancestors will be proud.
Let's start bouncing over here. So the greenskins are not strong, which means the dwarfs are probably taking them on. And one of the worst things which could happen for me is for the dwarfs themselves to take Karak 8 Peaks, because it means to retake it I'll have to have a dwarf war. So I kind of hope that the greenskins are ascendant in the Badlands. That's something which tends to happen. If the greenskins are left for too long, they become really powerful, and they can become ascendant. These guys are still having a good old war with the Skaven. I'm looking forward to fighting the Skaven as dwarves, actually, because the dwarves hold a line and the Skavens break on lines. Now, that's not to say the Skaven aren't going to have ways of smashing through my lines quite effectively, but it definitely gives me a nice, good thing. Okay, so that's good. We're now moving on to the extra damage and melee attack, and then we'll start heading this way.
Revenge incarnate.
Do a quick cheeky save before we do this.
Zoe, attack!
Let's level you up.
Kill him!
No, it's a nice easy auto. It's not going to do what it did last time and shred half of my units from this.
To battle!
And that's another grudge completed. Which has brought me back down. We are still suffering a little, though hopefully we'll get that sorted soon.
What?
I can't believe Skarsnik is the easiest person for me to deal with. What I don't want is a critical failure. We just assassinated Skarsnik. Which didn't count? What?
Think again.
Why did that not count?
One rank.
Oh, I assaulted units, not assassinated. Derp, 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 derp. Let's pretend I didn't do that, guys. I obviously did the correct thing there, not the completely wrong thing, because I'm not dumb. Honest. Tax rate for now, though we'll probably change that to public order.
true king of 8 peaks.
How is
Welcome,
the Empire
oldest-
doing? Let's check all the people around me. Let's check what's going on with Telia.
The Empire.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
Right.
That is... Now improving it. I need to keep paying them off just to keep them happy until... If I have to keep doing this, however, it might just be worth me going and jumping up and down on their faces at some point. But for the time being, I want to avoid that. I'm not sure I want a non-aggression pact with you at this point. Because if you take Carrick 8 Peaks... No, I don't want to, because I don't want you guys to take Carrick 8 Peaks. I have military access, but I don't want a non-aggression pact. If they'll confederate with me... This is one of the things with Dwarfs. Dwarfs do find confederation a little too easy. And it's also one of the reasons why I actually quite like turning... There are some mods which stop confederation. However, I like having it on because it gets me access to the heroes. But it also does occasionally make the game a little bit too easy as certain factions where you get easy confederations. You know, so say I start as Krokgar down in in the Southland jungles. I'm all on my own. There's only one other Lizardmen faction there, so I can't really confederate particularly easily.
I answer to clan. And
But if I start as Mazamundi, there's loads of people for me to confederate. Okay, that's another grudge completed, and that's really helped out our grudges.
to battle.
I want to see what the Empire does here, actually. Let's see how these guys are doing.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
Fine.
So paying these guys off a bit more again, just keeping them friendly.
Grudge bearer. It shall be done. One's heir.
There you go, and I want to try and get over here and get some territory as well, so I can get myself built up over here.
All here are honored dwarf.
I am very good friends with the dwarfs,
All
unsurprisingly.
here are honored dwarfkin.
I'm still going friendly, gaining friendship with them, so I'm not that fussed about having a non-aggression pact, because they're not going to go toward me. I'm fairly sure I'm safe over here. I do have the money to build up a little bit if needs be, so I'm happy to hold as I am at the moment. You only gain +2, so I'm actually going to up my tax rate there as well.
It is time.
Up Ancestral Grudge. And you can start moving back over here.
That is an agreement.
Okay, and the Empire is doing a nice job there of dealing with those guys for me. So I'd like to, as I said, at the moment I'm going to get myself a chunk of the Badlands, and then we'll look at jumping straight over and securing Carrick 8 Peaks. But no, for now it's getting ourselves some positions in the Badlands. Now, oh, this is interesting. I wonder what climate the Badlands is for dwarfs, because it used to be... Oh, it is still green. So even though it's a wasteland type thing, it is still suitable for us. Because I was going to say, we used to be able to capture those territories quite easily. So Doc Karaz is my next target. And then we'll potentially move down into the Savage Orc lands to secure myself a nice place here. And then jump over to Carrick 8 Peaks. The key thing for me here is making sure I get Carrick 8 Peaks and the dwarfs don't. Public order. So dwarf trade caravan ringed with goblin wolf raiders. A stalemate has developed. So we'll leave them on their own because it's not particularly nice, but I want to... Ooh, actually I'm going to do something else here.
What orders?
Oh, I can't block army, can I?
For clan honor. Ironhammer. Casting thought.
Bounce here.
Greetings, honourable ally.
They don't already have Carragate Peaks, do they? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to want to try and bounce straight over into Carragate Peaks as I can. Wow, they already have Longbeard armies. So that's a nice army they've got. Okay, so my Runesmith has leveled up. Let's start buffing up his Ancestral Grudge as well. Now the key thing is, when I do get the ability to confederate with the rest of the dwarfs, which will happen at some point, I also want to make sure that I'm in a good, strong position to, I want to make sure they've got all of their lords up, because if they've got all of their lords up, that means that I'm far more likely to, it means that I'm going to get their lords. So, I want to make sure they've got all of their legendary lords up when I confederate with them if I can, which is a good reason to get lots of alliances with them before I do that. But the first thing I need to do is I need to get Carragate Peaks. I'm half tempted to just take here and then literally zerg to Carragate Peaks.
Revenge incarnate. Bring him!
Nice easy cat for us here. Belegar has leveled up again. We're going to start buffing up our units a little here. It's a shame the dwarves don't get such good buffs to their units, but at the same time, they don't necessarily need the buffs to their units because dwarf units are exceptional to start with. Let's finally remember to get a wall here. And it's up this one to up our income. Our income is doing reasonably. So we might actually get to the point where I can start pushing out a second army soon. I want to be a little careful of corruption here, actually, which might be another good reason to do that.
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
They're stable. I'll throw some money at them again next turn to keep them happy. Right, let's head to shield units. Here, 'cause that's another nice one. And the extra leadership is, of course, always nice. Where is Carragate Peaks? Is it here or is it here? It's down here, isn't it? Okay. So they're pulling back a bit. I could always follow them up. But again, I don't want to be getting sidetracked. Carragate Peaks is my main aim here, and if I leave it too long, the dwarfs might take it. Anyway, guys, we are going to be ending this one here, because as before, I'm getting very dragged in, guys, and I am very like, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Border Princes. I do not like that army approaching me. I might have to have a quick war with the Border Princes, guys, from the looks of it, which isn't actually terrible.
Your conquests strike fear into the hearts.
Oh, that's
of your
nice. So we've
enemies,
leveled up
mighty
again, got ourselves a nice
The
big
wisest
chunk of
amongst
money.
them will know that fate is on your side. I have foreseen it.
We've had a workshop explosion in Carrickhoon, which means we need to repair some buildings. Oops, not demolish, repair.
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
We do have a non-aggression pact with you guys. If you guys attack me,
Praise Sigma.
I shall not be happy.
True king of 8 feet.
Anyway, guys, as I said, I'm getting sucked in again. This is, as you can tell, I really enjoy playing Dwarfs. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this.